India agreed to the Copenhagen Declaration on Anti-Doping in Sports in 2003 and signed the UNESCO Convention Against Doping in Sport in 2005 and ratified it in 2007. The UNESCO Convention aims at promoting the prevention of and the fight against doping in sports and fostering a culture of dope-free sport. With a view to achieving the objectives of the Convention for complete elimination of dope in sports, the National Dope Testing Laboratory, NDTL, was established as an autonomous body of the Government of India in 2008. It is an ISO IEC 17025 and the World Anti-Doping Agency WADA accredited laboratory for testing of urine and blood samples from human sports. NDTL is one of the 29 WADA accredited laboratories in the world and the only dope control laboratory in India having the state-of-the-art technology and equipment for testing of dope control samples as per global regulatory requirements. The laboratory has a dedicated and secured premises with a 3-tier security system in place. The laboratory has 24/7 electrical power backup as the dope control samples are stored at -20 and -80 degrees centigrade even up to 10 years as per requirement. The laboratory has 4 divisions, namely Scientific, Administrative, Finance and IT. The Scientific Division in turn comprises 6 sections: Sample Receipt and Handling, Chemical, Biological, Quality Assurance, Result Management and Research Wing. The laboratory has engaged a large number of research associates to pursue research in the advanced and thrust areas of anti-doping science. Approximately 10% of the budget of the laboratory is dedicated for R&D. It has established collaborations with national and international institutes. The laboratory has 2 important policy-making bodies, that is, the governing body and the general body. In addition, it has a scientific advisory board which reviews and directs the scientific proposals of the laboratory. It also guides and monitors the research activities. The Ethics Committee lays down ethical norms and standards, reviews, and gives its suggestions or recommendations for undertaking research projects in dope science.
The dope testing is highly scientific and challenging job. I appreciate my team for accepting day-to-day challenges and doing a wonderful job for meeting the requirement of the international standard for laboratories. The NDTL is collaborated with national institute like NIPER Guwahati and CSIR IIM Jammu for strengthening its research activity. We are also in touch with the IITs for further strengthening its research activity in NDTL. I am thankful to the Government of India for their continued guidance, support and for financial assistance for strengthening its NDTL's capacity.
The laboratory is equipped with high-end sophisticated instruments such as gas chromatography tandem mass spectrometry, liquid chromatography tandem mass spectrometry, liquid chromatography with high-resolution mass spectrometer, gas chromatography combustion isotope ratio mass spectrometry. With the aid of these highly sensitive analytical techniques and various analytical test procedures of WADA implanted from time to time, the laboratory has been following WADA International Standard for Laboratories ISLs for detection of prohibited substances and metabolites in doping control samples. The Sample Receiving and Handling section deals with securing of sample receipts, their distribution, storage under cold chain conditions and other prescribed sample handling practices. This unit distributes received blood and urine samples among the respective sections for their testing and quality analysis. The LC-MS section, which is the largest section in the laboratory, undertakes testing of urine samples for the screening of stimulants, narcotics, diuretics, hypoxia-inducible factor activating agents, HIFs, beta blockers, small peptides and SERMs, etc. This section is well equipped with the most sophisticated facilities like LC-MS-MS, LC-HRMS. The GC-MS section deals with the testing of urine samples for investigation of anabolic androgenic steroids, other anabolic agents, beta-2 agonists, few hormones, metabolic modulators, and steroid profile. Adequate models of GC-MS-MS are available in this section for testing different classes of prohibited substances. The IRMS section analyzes the sample to trace out whether the steroid is produced naturally in body or originated from outsources using highly sophisticated technique of GC-IRMS and other relevant instruments like GC-MS and HPLC. The biological section carries out testing of blood and urine samples, both where athlete biological passport markers, growth hormones, erythropoietin receptor agonists, ERAs, luteinizing hormone, LH, and human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, hormones are tested. The quality assurance section ensures the quality and reliability of the results of the laboratory, for which laboratory has successfully participated in proficiency testing programs like blind and double-blind testing of samples. Periodic trainings of staff are also being imparted and monitored by the QA section. The laboratory has in operation a Laboratory Information Management System, LIMS, which works in-house. Further, reporting to testing authority is carried out by using Anti-Doping Administration and Management System, ADAMS. The laboratory has implemented an automated scientific data management system for simultaneous backup and archiving of all analytical data in compliance with the mandatory requirements of ISLs.
The National Dope Testing Laboratory was established in India in the year 2008. It is an extremely specialist and sensitive laboratory and a very important facility for Government of India and also for the world of Indian sport. The laboratory, since its inception, has faced many difficulties in terms of coming up of age on infrastructure and manpower, and the difficulties also continue in light of the extremely difficult area of handling the anti-doping world in this country. However, lately in the last few years, a lot of good efforts, a lot of teamwork and hard work has been put in by the people led by the director of the laboratory, and because of that hard work and dedication, we have been able to come out of the difficult times. Now the laboratory is working again full speed, and we have some very exciting big international games coming up later this year, for which the role of the laboratory is going to be very important. Let us dedicate ourselves to the cause of increasing the sporting power of India, making India Atmanirbhar in getting all the scientific details right for the NDTL, and also to make sure that the whole team is able to bring India and the laboratory per se to global sporting standards, and we become a light of hope in this part of the world as India leads into the next 25 years, which is called the Amrit Kal, leading up to the year 2047, which is the year of 100 years of India's independence. I wish all the staff and team at NDTL laboratory the best of luck, and hope that the name of India and NDTL will shine and do extremely good social service and nation building.
The laboratory has signed MOU with the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Guwahati, NIPERG, and CSIR, Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine, IIIM, Jammu, in the areas of synthesis of reference materials and in vitro and in vivo studies, PK studies, on the metabolites and long-term metabolites, the substances which are being used in anti-doping science and in short supply world over. So far, NDTL has successfully synthesized some reference materials used in anti-doping analysis. Similarly, the laboratory is undertaking international collaboration and research in the strategic and innovative areas of dope testing, such as dried blood tests, gene doping, and artificial intelligence, etc. The WADA code, being one of the stringent, is required to be strictly followed in the laboratory. We at NDTL are always prepared to take the challenge on our stride and convert it into an opportunity. The WADA code also provides us with sufficient insight to further uplift our vision in ensuring dope-free sports, not only in India but also in our neighbouring countries. The department-related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Education, Women, Children, Youth and Sports, which was examining the National Anti-Doping Bill 2021, visited the laboratory on 7th of March 2022 to see the facilities and to understand the process being followed in dope testing. The committee has appreciated the state-of-the-art facilities of NDTL, various anti-doping activities including research collaborations being undertaken by the laboratory. It also noted that NDTL is also catering to the needs of various international client countries by allowing its facilities to be used for anti-doping activities.